Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Don't Panic. This is our second of our summer shows. Last week was so much fun, and I thought, you know what? I am so glad that I made the decision that all summer long we are going to have summer shows. That means every one of our guests on every show is going to have their summer wear on, and we're going to talk about summer things because I think to myself, you know what? When it's wintertime, I want to look back and look at these shows and go, oh, I remember how hot it was, and it was just so summery and nice. So that's really my motivation for having these. Without further ado, I'm going to have my guests introduce themselves, starting right here, who you are and what you do.
I'm Alan Carroll, and I'm an actor.
Oh, yes.
I'm Brandy Marsky, and I do everything.
Ooh.
But
I heard that about you.
But most of the times, you can find me behind a computer writing or on stage as Dallas's first female drag queen.
That's right. And you know, and you're gonna have to explain what that is to people in case they don't know, because if they're lame, they don't know. I know because we're
You know because you've been educated.
I have been educated.
Okay, I'm lame. Tell me.
Yeah, so tell us what it is.
So a female drag queen is a cisgendered female who performs gay male drag. And so I perform as a drag queen when I go on stage. So it's hyper everything, hyper makeup, hyper costumes, hyper absolutely everything.
Wig, hair, huge.
Makeup, lashes. I'm known for my lashes. I like to fly away with my lashes. But I've been doing that for a decade now, and I was the first ever Miss Diva US of A. So yeah, I do that as well. I do a little performing here and there.
Very nice. So yeah, so like Alan, if you wanted to ever do like drag makeup, like really crazy, exaggerated makeup and huge hair and everything, you would be considered sort of a female drag queen.
Or a faux queen. There's a bunch of different terms. There's a hyper queen, faux queen, female drag queen. I identify as a drag artist just because I like to play off gender when I perform. So
Got it.
So are you at the same clubs that the drag queens are?
yes, I performed at the Rose Room, Sue Ellen's, all those fun places.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Oh, well,
We just have
there.
someone who arrived. Come on over.
Hi.
Hey, I was about to call you a whore on the air, but I'm not. I'm not now.
Oh, he looks real pretty for his summer wear. Like
know.
that.
Oh,
that looks more like nighttime, like
Yes.
runway
Go ahead
kind
and
of
put
wear.
that microphone in front of you. That little, what is it called when it's very, the shape of it. It's very.
Oh my goodness.
There
Phallic.
Phallic, yeah.
Phallic.
Oh
Phallic.
See, I'm a good gay.
Yes, you are.
Sorry I'm late, you guys.
It's okay. You're very popular. You're a busy businesswoman.
No, look,
Lots
let
of
me
things.
tell you, there was so much traffic on 35, and I was like, darn it, there would be traffic.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Brought some Diet Dr. Pepper, my favorite summer drink.
Yes.
So.
Oh my God.
Right.
I'm addicted to diet stuff. Oh, look, Diet Dr. Pepper right here. How cool.
wow.
Yeah. It's
They're
so
besties
good.
already.
Yay.
It tastes like the
Rufus
real
and
thing,
Chris.
doesn't it? It does. I can't even taste the aspartame. I can't.
And the diabetes. Oh wait, you wouldn't get diabetes from it because it's diet, right?
Well, God forbid. I mean,
Your body still processes
it's
it
a
as
poison.
sugar.
Oh, okay.
It's a poison.
I learned
Yeah.
that about alcohol too, which really sucks.
Not that you need an introduction, but tell everyone who you are.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chris Sapphire. I'm so excited to be here. It's been 2 years since I was on your show last.
Oh my God, that's
wow.
right.
That's cool.
I was just a teenager.
Oh, this looks good.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Did you see our view? Look at the
Look
view.
where we
So
are.
Did you see?
good.
We're actually
Cool.
floating on the ocean.
We're on
Yeah.
the ocean.
We're on the ocean.
Sorry if I smell like a sandwich. I haven't eaten all day, so before I left the house, I made me a little turkey sandwich. I was like inhaling it. I was so hungry.
And did you get those? What is it? The
Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos.
No, I didn't have time to stop anywhere. I was
Oh.
rushing to get here, but we're here.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, cool. Well, we are so glad that you were able to make it.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
So excited.
So right before you walked in, we were just talking about faux queens and female drag queens and everything, you know, because that's what Brandy does
Yes.
as well.
You do drag?
I do
How
drag.
fascinating.
Yes,
Okay.
I do. Yes.
And what was it that you won? The
I
first-
was the first Miss Diva US of A. So US of A pageants has a femme, what they call femme division. I hate that word, but a femme division, and I was the first one in 2014. Crowned.
Whoa. And how long have you been doing drag for?
Almost a decade. Actually, it's been over a decade last August. So 11 years, because we're 2017. August will
Yes.
be 11 years.
and so
Wow.
one day you just woke up and you said, I want to be a drag
I
queen.
was born a drag queen.
You know,
Oh,
there
yeah.
are girls that have
I
little...
totally, I was born a gay man that just so happened to
I
be
think you're right.
in a female body
The
that just
spirit.
happens to love women. You
Yeah,
know?
because you're like a gay man trapped in a.
I am. Like, I'm a
body.
gay man trapped in a woman's
Just
body.
like I am.
A black woman trapped in a little brown boy body.
Okay. I like that. That's
Exactly.
So cool.
Yes.
So now for all of these summer shows that we are doing, I'm having all of our guests bring something that is like their favorite summer snack or summer drink or summer anything. Alan, what did you bring
All
for
right.
us?
Well, I agonized over this to find the right thing.
Okay.
And I thought,
We're loving the hat, by the way.
oh, thank you, but I'm
know.
taking it off the table.
Oh, okay. Here you go. Get
So, I don't have a pool that I can lay by, but I have a hammock. So,
Okay, I have never been in a hammock.
I love hammocks.
oh,
Really?
you are sadly lacking.
I saw an episode of Three's Company when they're camping and Jack Tripper keeps falling off of it, and ever since then I'm afraid of them.
Well, you come over and you can lay in my hammock.
Okay. All right.
It's
Ooh.
big.
I
Ugh.
like that.
Yes.
So, what do I like when I lay in my hammock? Okay, usually it's alcoholic, but since I
Chris
have
can relate.
I have a
Same
tech
here.
rehearsal tonight, I am laying off the alcohol so that I know what I'm doing. So the first thing I brought
First
Oh,
thing she
first.
brought.
Oh.
Okay. Exciting.
Oh.
is
Yes.
lemonade.
That's like Candace's favorite lemonade.
Yes.
I love that
Oh,
lemonade.
yes,
That's
yes,
awesome.
yes.
But you
Yes.
can't just drink. So
Oh, okay.
I also brought
Oh.
this is the best snacking mix in the world.
Yes,
and
it
it's
is.
so good.
It is.
and
it
good
is,
for you.
Yes, this is the best thing
Yes.
in the whole wide world. This
So
is
it's called The Mix.
It's from Unrefined Bakery, and which does all the healthy stuff, non-GMO, non-gluten, non-blah,
Love
blah,
it.
blah, blah, blah.
Love it.
And I think you can get it at Eatsies too, because
Oh,
I've
can
seen
you?
it at Eatsies. 'cause
Okay, well,
that's
they
where-
make it at Unrefined, but
I
I,
love
but
it.
I
And
think
so
it-
I take it that it has a little spice to it because it says mild.
Yeah,
this
you're
is the
all about
mild.
the spice,
I
aren't you?
sure am.
They have an even spicier one that's
Yes.
picoso. It is so.
See, I love stuff like this, especially when I'm drunk at the bar and I don't want to eat something really, really
Yeah.
heavy. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
This
Bring
is
that.
it.
You bring a little
That
like
and,
snack
and,
bag.
and goldfish crackers. I know not everybody likes goldfish crackers, but I love them.
I love
Oh my
goldfish
gosh.
So
crackers.
good.
And so now, how did you come to love this mix?
Well, my daughter is vegan, so
Oh, we're going to talk about that in a
Yeah.
minute with Brandy.
So when Unrefined Bakery opened close to me, I
Mm-hmm.
started several years ago going there to get her birthday cakes or anything else, pies for Christmas, that kind of thing. And I discovered their mix and was hooked ever since.
Nice. And now, since it's called The Mix, if I open it up, do
Yep.
you hear like 80s and 90s music coming out of the bag?
That would be in the spicy one. This is the mild one, so you probably get like Pat Boone or something like that.
Oh,
Some elevator music.
Yeah, Barry Manilow.
Nice.
I love Barry Manilow.
Oh, me
I
too.
do too.
Me
Love
too.
him.
I do too. And he recently came out, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
Although
he
everybody
did.
kind of
Yeah, we-
assumed for a long time. but-
Exactly.
There's
We
just
kinda-
some stars you just know have sugar in their tank, like Queen Latifah. She's never
I'm
come
so
out.
waiting for her to come out.
She
I'm
just
I
needs
am
to.
waiting for Queen Latifah to come out.
Her, Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
Oh
Missy
my
Elliott.
God.
I
She's
could
sort
be
of kind of
wrong.
come
No, no,
out.
no.
She's sort of already come out, hasn't she?
Do you remember that
Missy-
show, that music show, like on the bus or whatever, where she was trying to pick up the next rapper, and so she would always roll up, like it was a singing competition, and so she would always roll up in a bus, right? But she always had as her entourage sitting next to her 2 females, and I'm like, Missy, come on, come on,
I
Missy.
just get that lesbian vibe from them. I
She's
could be
she's a
wrong.
total dyke.
And you know what? But she has great taste because she gets all these artists that she works with, like Aaliyah, of
Sierra.
course,
Sierra.
Yeah,
How
Sierra.
funny that you picked up on that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's got some good taste.
Hey,
Yeah.
join the club. It's fun. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't regret coming out. It's
So
fun.
now when we were talking to Alan earlier, I want some of that too.
Oh, absolutely.
Shannon, I got you some a drink here. In a second, we'll give it to you during the break. What I was going to say is, when you were introducing yourself, you were talking about how you were an actor. You have been in a few of my projects.
I have.
And let's see, Fright Flick,
Right, Flick.
The Deadbeat Club. Is that when we met?
That was the first one, yeah.
That
You
was like
cast me
in
as Aunt Beverly.
That's right.
Yeah.
05?
Oh, Oh, it was, yeah, probably.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if these are going to be spicy enough for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I think my taste buds are burnt out by now, dude. For real.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those are so
Yeah.
good.
It's really good.
When I make salsa at home, I use like 14 serrano peppers, and
Oh.
it's still not spicy enough. No. So I want to do one of those challenges where you try a ghost pepper, see if it's gonna like whack me out.
Yeah, you would totally probably pass with flying colors with that.
Probably.
hands
I want
down.
to try. I love spicy food. It's like it gives me a high, a weird high. I don't know. Do y'all feel like a little?
I love
tingle of
spicy
highness
food,
when
yeah.
you're,
I'm
eating
a
spicy
wimp.
food?
Sorry.
I don't
I'm
like
a
it as
wimp.
much like that, but I do love me some spice.
Oh, I live
Yeah.
for it. I never crave sweet stuff.
I don't
Never.
either. Mine's
Never.
starches
It's
and
got to have crunch and salt.
French
Yes.
fries.
Yeah.
Salty.
Well, you know,
Salty.
and I pick all that up
Right.
just from your posts on Facebook. Because
Yeah,
anytime you post
dude.
something, it's about like, oh, these hot Cheetos or some
Hell
type of
yeah.
burritos.
I'm
or-
up late at night snacking. Last night I
Yes.
had watermelon. I had sunflower
Ooh.
seeds. I love sunflower seeds.
Oh, yeah.
I do too.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They're
Yeah.
so good. I don't like pumpkin seeds though.
What kind of sunflower seeds do you get?
David's old. That's what they're.
The old school.
Have you ever
Um,
taken a lime or a lemon and slice it in half and squirt it in the bag and then shake it?
No.
Try it.
Shut the front door. I can already tell that's gonna taste good because
Wow.
it's so salty.
Never thought of that.
Thought of
Yep.
that.
And then when you reach in there, a little bit of that lemon juice is all over the bag. Just
What would have
make sure-
inspired you to do that?
I don't remember. A friend of mine had me do it. I introduced that to my family. Now my whole family does it. So
was
it's
your
kind
friend
of like,
Mexican?
Yes.
Yeah, Mexicans, lemon and spicy.
Lemon and lime,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All about the citrus and
Yeah.
So that's why we have high blood pressure. That's all we do, and diabetes.
that is true.
True.
That is very true. Oh
But
my
the
gosh.
lemon juice will keep you from getting kidney stones.
Oh,
See, that's why I drink.
There
and I
you
drink.
are.
That's why you.
While we keep from getting kidney stones, we have to take our first commercial break. And when we come back, we are going to talk to Brandy because Brandy, you're upset about something.
I'm
that
upset at the
happened.
world of supermarkets, but we will come back to that.
Yeah, and we will talk about that when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Yay.
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 Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Don't Panic. If you are just now joining us, I am going to have all of our guests introduce themselves for you.
I'm Alan Carroll.
Brandy Amar Sky.
I'm Sharkeisha Jones. No, I'm just playing. I'm Chris Sapphire. Hi, everyone watching.
Couldn't you say you're Sharkeisha? Is that racist?
No, are you kidding? No. It's got a little sazon in it. Right?
Yeah, it does.
What's wrong with that? Yeah.
So during our first segment, Alan brought some delicious lemonade, Simply Lemonade, all natural, and she also brought, show them, Brandy, because you just love this stuff.
Yes, this is like the best mix. Like if you're going to a party and you don't know what to, like this is the best thing because everybody's going to fall in love with it and want to steal the bag.
And I'm in love with your arm glitter.
Oh, thank you.
I know,
was
I
like,
noticed that
well,
too.
I was like, it's beach. Like this is summer and what you would wear at the beach. I was like, always glitter.
Is
Hands
this
down.
edible? The one you can lick and it has flavor?
Everything is edible.
Now you know. The more you know. I used to
Speaking
have
of-
edible glitter too.
Speaking of eating, I know that we were all going to bring our favorite like summer drink or snack, and when I brought that up earlier before the show, you got all depressed.
Because
Why?
I was so excited. So my original plan was I wanted to bring Zima because Zima made
Oh
a
my
comeback. For those of us that are old enough to remember Zima.
Anytime I hear
Partying with
Zima, I hear "Rhythm is a Dancer." I mean, that's kind of like
Okay.
the time it came out.
The 90s.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just 13.
Me, I was 12.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I
we
remember.
were in the same,
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm having an airhead moment. Is Zima like a non-alcoholic
No,
beer?
it's a malt liquor. So it was like one of the original like wine like Smirnoff and all that. It was like the original.
They tried to push it to be the new thing. Like you were cool if you drank Zima. They had these buttons that they were giving out that would like flash lights.
Do they
and
get you
stuff.
turned up real quick?
I don't know the percentage of alcohol. I don't think it has a whole lot, so I don't think it would. But it's for nostalgia purposes. So
Yeah.
I
they brought it back.
And they brought it back.
Yeah.
So the big deal is they brought it back for a limited time. So it's only going to be around, I think it was like a week. Well, we got a pack for a friend of ours, and I was like, I'm going to go back and get one, and I'm going to bring that and Jolly Ranchers because the secret is
Ooh,
growing up. Yes, you drop the Jolly Rancher into the Zima, and it changes it into a flavor. So this is like before like any of the
Smirnoffs.
flavor Smirnoffs flavored wine coolers. Like this is what we did. You'd pop a Jolly Rancher in there. You want a grape, you pop a grape in. You want apple, you pop an apple.
Interesting.
So I didn't. So there was no Zima.
Oh,
I
no.
literally went to 5 different stores. No Zima. I have Jolly Ranchers, but you can't have the Jolly Ranchers without the Zima. So instead, I brought my favorite summer treat, which is
Drum roll.
It is sandia, which is
Ooh,
watermelon.
Oh my gosh,
With
what's on
feta
it?
cheese and a light balsamic glaze.
Oh my.
It is like
Wow.
the best combination
Chris
ever.
is about to cry.
No, I'm just like, as God is my witness, last night I thought about bringing watermelon too, and I was like, should I bring watermelon? I'd be like, I don't know. And look,
Yeah,
there you go.
so I mean, I don't have
Oh
any
my God.
utensils to serve it up with.
We have
yeah,
fingers.
I'm like,
We
feel
have
free to
fingers.
dig in.
Dig
but,
in.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. No, you
Did
first, you
we
first,
bring
first.
napkins or anything?
Oh, I will get some during commercial
the
break.
break.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll
Okay.
get some. Oh my gosh.
So,
This
yeah.
one is calling my name right here.
That one was
It's
easy
a
to
really,
grab too.
it's a really nice combination.
Let's try this. I'll tell you real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow, I'm very unique.
That is so good.
It's a bunch of different flavors, and
I
so
love
like
watermelon.
I love watermelon, and I love this with the feta and the glaze because it gives it a little certain.
Ooh, I need that recipe.
Yeah.
Now, is there a name for this dish?
No,
No. We should create one.
no, yeah, it's just something. I think
It's
I got.
called Amara.
Ta-da! The Amara.
Okay, that sounded really
Here
classy.
first.
I like it.
Yes.
Thank
It's
you.
called Amara.
Some Amara.
Yes.
Thanks,
You're welcome. So yeah, that's what I brought instead. But I really wanted to bring the Zima and the Jolly Ranchers, but hopefully this kind of is.
Oh
a
my
close
gosh. So
second
can we
best.
snack on this as
Yeah,
we
go
chat?
ahead.
Because
Yeah,
that
for
was real.
That
oh,
is
oh,
so.
thank
Oh,
you.
look at you.
And it's
Thank
very
you,
low
Rufus.
fat too.
Civilized.
It's very low fat. If you're on a diet,
It
you
is,
can
it's
eat watermelon.
perfect.
If you're starving at night, you don't want to eat a hot dog or something, just cut you up some watermelon. It's like 92% water. So you'll be pretty Gucci in the morning.
Yes.
Yes.
So as we snack on this, I was just curious, what movies or music do you think of? Let's start with music. Do you think of when you think of the summer? Because I know there's one that just will not go away that I always think of.
Beach Boys, anything the Beach Boys
Oh,
do.
yes.
Yeah.
Love
I mean,
me
that's
some
some,
Beach
Yes,
Boys.
yeah.
love the Beach
Anything
Boys.
Bob Marley for me, I think, always gets me like in an islandy, like I think summer
Yeah.
island spirit. Bob Marley.
Yeah.
I don't know about
For me, I think Don't Speak by No Doubt.
Oh, why?
Because growing up in the
interesting.
90s, we used to travel to Henderson, Texas in the summertime. And for some reason, that song sticks out a lot to me. It was on 106.1 back in the day during the summertime. And that was the jam, dude. I still jam to No Doubt right now. It's in my iPod.
Nice.
Love them.
I remember in the early days when I first moved to Dallas, this was in the mid to late 90s. I remember TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool CD came out,
yeah.
and Waterfalls was on
Yes.
every radio station.
Yeah.
And I always think of that being at my friend's pool at his apartment and just
Yeah.
swimming all.
Speaking of
Awesome.
TLC, they have a brand new
Wow.
album that just came out a few days ago. I want to say 3 days ago. Have you heard their new single? It's called Way Back.
No.
It
No.
is so good. They came back with a vengeance. They are thebomb.com. And it's funny you bring them up because I have been jamming to TLC religiously for the last few days. Like I'm on a
Wow.
TLC trip.
Digging
know
on
they came out
You
with a
is
new
one of my
album.
favorites. Digging on You.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Red Light
that.
Special. I mean, they have so many hits.
That song's dirty.
It's dirty. If you want to get deep down at night, can we say that on your show?
Yes. Just out of curiosity,
Yes.
with TLC's new song, do they have a third or is it just the two?
No, it's just T-Boz and Chili. And
wondering, yeah.
I was really feeling Little Mama joining them, but I guess the public was iffy on that, so it's just them two.
Wow. Well, good
Little
for them
Mama.
for coming out
And they're
with,
going
with
on a
something
tour.
else. Are they really?
Yep, the
That's
I Love the
awesome.
90s tour all around the country, so we got to check that out.
Oh my gosh.
The 90s are so coming back, dude.
I know.
Independence Day came out a while back ago. Jurassic Park. Now what's coming back? All the Disney revivals, they're bringing them to life. Everything's coming back
Yeah.
from the 90s.
Oh yes, because wasn't it in the 90s when
Baywatch.
Everything.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Oh
that's
my God,
right.
you're absolutely
That's
right.
That
yeah.
didn't do very well.
Zima.
did it?
There you go. That goes with that
Yeah,
too.
Zima.
There you
Zima,
go.
Yeah. for
Yeah.
sure.
So going back to Zima, does it have any flavor? Because
No.
if you're having to
No.
add Jolly
Tastes like-
Ranchers,
It really doesn't. It tastes like God. What does it taste like? It tastes like
like mineral water.
no. It
No.
tastes like.
Like an alcoholic 7
There you go.
Kinda,
Alcoholic
yeah.
Sep- No, so it's
That's
good on its
doable.
own, but the fun part is picking your flavors, and then just doing like a suicide where you just throw like 8 Jolly Ranchers in there to see like what
You're
you
all
get
about
in
these
there.
Jolly Ranchers in
I
there,
am
aren't
because
you?
it really is. That's what we used to do. That's how you knew you were cool. You're
That
like,
does
give me
sound
a
good. I
Zima,
wanna-
give
I
me a
wanna try
Jolly
one now.
Rancher. Yeah.
I grew up in the hood, so we would put things in everything. We'd put like hot Cheetos and pickles. We'd put like
pickles.
now and
Oh,
later
pickles and popcorn
I
were like
love
my
pickles
favorite,
and
and
popcorn.
M&Ms. Like
Have
that
you ever had
three mix.
pickles with popcorn?
No.
What?
No.
Oh my, it's the best
It's
combination.
good to have some
It's that
Tums or
salty.
Beano on the side because popcorn and pickles. Oh my
I went to
God.
visit a friend of mine in Seattle, and we went to the movie theater. I forgot what movie we were going to watch, and I went to the concession stand, and I ordered a large popcorn, and I said, "Do y'all have pickles?" And they looked at me like I had 3 heads.
Did they really?
Yeah, and I said, y'all don't have pickles? They're like, no.
Movie
Where are you
pickles are
from?
so
I
good,
know.
dude.
And I said, I'm from Texas. I said, I guess it's a summer thing. And they're like, yeah, we don't do that. It's
I
like,
love them
what?
independently, but I never thought of
Oh, they're so good
perfect.
together.
marrying them.
And then-
Pickles are the bomb. And speaking of pickles, yesterday when I was eating watermelon, I looked up a lot of random facts on watermelon. People actually eat watermelon rinds and they
Yeah,
pickle
pickle 'em.
them.
Sure.
What?
And so now I'm
Yeah.
curious to taste that.
Yeah.
Does it taste like a pickle?
I have never tasted it, but I used to work out at the state fair, and they would, submit all their pickles for judging and everything.
Yeah.
And that was
They'll
a
eat
big
anything over
category.
there.
Was
Yeah, they'll make
They'll eat
anything out of
everything.
anything.
And,
they'll eat
and I learned
anything.
that last night. I was like, you can eat the rind of the watermelon. You can eat the whole watermelon. It's all edible. Oh
my
I didn't even know
gosh.
that. We always throw it away.
And us being Latinos, we should know that.
I know. Hello.
I mean,
Chicharrones.
Yeah.
Hello.
We eat everything.
It doesn't have flavor though. Like once you eat the
But
red
once you
part-
pickle it, it
oh,
does.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
gonna give it a lot of flavor. I wonder how that tastes. I wonder if it's crunchy or soggy. Or...
One of us
Well,
should make
I was
it.
gonna say yes. That's exactly what I was gonna say. and
I don't
bring
cook,
it
so it
next.
won't be me.
I don't even know. I have the rind of the watermelon. I could totally try it, but I don't know how to pickle anything.
don't
Like I've never.
either.
I don't
pickled
either.
anything.
But you know what? There's always YouTube. You can just YouTube. How do you pickle blah? And I'm
Yep.
sure 1,000 videos will pop up.
Google.
So just out of curiosity, movie that makes you think of summer.
Oh my God,
Ooh.
so many. Are you
I
kidding?
think Jurassic Park.
Independence
Yeah.
Day.
Independence
going
Day.
back to
Independence
that.
Day is a
Spice
big one.
World.
I went to the theater to see
I
that.
love the Spice Girls.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Okay.
Okay.
Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah.
Let's see what classic movies remind us of the summer.
Jaws.
Jaws.
Oh my God, one
Don't go
crazy-
in the water.
Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One Crazy Summer with Bobcat Gold.
Oh my
Do you
God, I
remember?
remember
And
that.
Yeah. One Crazy Summer is.
One Crazy Summer
one of
was
the-
a very good one.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about Pretty Woman. That
That's
just popped
another
out
good
to
one.
me.
Was that?
Such
No, I
a
think
good-
that was
Summer?
a fall movie, wasn't it?
What?
I don't know. I
Pretty
grew
Woman?
up watching it in the summertime after the swimming pool. As a kid, we just watched Pretty Woman Disney movies. She was
Aw.
so lucky. What a lucky hoe. I mean, that hoe was so lucky.
She was.
Every hoe's dream is to be Vivian. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of any
Is
others.
that your dream?
It is.
Did get picked up by Richard Gere. And, yeah.
And a Lotus is free.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm trying to be Richard Gere
Yeah.
and pick up a hoe
Oh.
and straighten him up, clean him up a little bit, just
that,
a little
that
bit.
shouldn't
Just a
be
little bit.
hard though.
A little.
Not here in Dallas. Not on a Friday. No.
On the strip.
But do you have the
Yeah.
money that he had?
No, not
Yeah,
quite yet. I'm trying.
that's,
That's where the in the process of comes
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, but you have film credits, so that goes a long, long way.
You know, I should brag more
Yeah, you really
about like my
should.
movies because I don't.
especially if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
trying to date, like if you're trying to find somebody, like that's a hook right there.
But you know, is it okay? Is it okay to have somebody that wants you just because of what you do and not who you are?
If
Yes.
that's your thing, you know.
Like if it's a one night stand, then yeah, use it. You know, if it's
Hmm.
gonna get you laid quicker.
Are you looking for love or are you looking for like just
Fun.
happiness?
I'm never
and joy?
looking for love. Never looking
don't
for
wanna be in love?
Now, no, if it happens, it's amazing. I'm just never expecting it like, oh, I'm looking for a relationship.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
those
yeah,
are the
yeah.
people I run from.
But the people that want a relationship?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think it should happen organically. I don't want to be just letter
I agree,
A.
though.
And then they just need someone to fill
I
in
need
that
the-
A.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I want somebody to say, you know what? We've been together for 5 years, and when I met you, I wasn't even looking. I wasn't even wanting to date, and then something about you.
Yep.
That's what I want to hear instead of, oh, I really wanted a relationship, and
That's
you
how
came along,
Candace and I
now you're
happened.
You know, it's like no.
Well, you know, there are people on dating sites that are like, I'm looking to meet someone to possibly fall in
Delete.
love. Really?
delete. Yeah.
But that shouldn't scare you. That should say, oh, that's a good one because if you're
no.
looking for a hookup, then
Well, we have to cut to break, and we're going to talk about this because this is going to be
Yeah.
a really interesting conversation. Guys, don't go anywhere because when we come back, Chris, we're going to talk to him about all the stuff that he's been doing, all his shenanigans, is
A
what
lot.
you like to
I'm
say.
sure there's a
and
lot.
then we're going to have some Diet Dr. Pepper, which he's already
Yeah.
having. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
well, I only had like 4 hours of sleep today. So
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Don't Panic. We are here with some wonderful people, and if you are just now joining us, I'm going to have them introduce themselves for you.
Hi, I'm Alan Carroll.
Howdy, Brandy and Mars Sky.
Hi guys, I'm Chris Sapphire. Just got out of prison today.
Literally just stepped out.
Just got out and got over
looking
here.
like this.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of looking like this, this is our summer show. And Chris, when I asked you to come on the show, I said, we're all going to be in our summer wear. And you said something about a tank top. What was that?
You guys, I don't have any summer clothes. When I go swimming with friends, they let me borrow shorts and a towel or a t-shirt to jump in the pool. I've never really been a summer person. It's my least favorite season. When it comes around here in Texas, I get so depressed. I just don't like the summer at all. I hate being in the heat. I don't sleep well. I'm irritated. When my air conditioner broke down in my old car, I felt like I was going to murder everybody.
But the first thing I think of with you is, you're little Miss Social Butterfly. You go to everything. What happens when you go to a pool party? What do you wear?
My friends hooked me up with some bomb ass shorts and a cute little shirt. And look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I used to be a really big girl back in the day. I was so big that I still have that thing in my head where, like, keep your shirt on. You don't have the perfect body. Isn't that sad?
Wow.
I still deal with that
goodness.
till this day. And then when I was a teenager, I suffered with really severe nodular acne. I had to be on Accutane for about 2 years. I had it all over my back. So thank God the acne went away, but I still have tiny little scarring from back in the day that makes me feel insecure. So I've never worn a tank top in my entire life out in public. Never.
Wow, you need to get over that because you are beautiful.
Yeah, you do.
are
Thank
absolutely
you.
stunning.
Thank you
yeah,
so
there's
much.
no need.
It's the scars of adolescence that, kind of
We all
follow
have
you.
those
We
scars.
all have
Trust.
them.
Look,
I have,
Yeah.
I have little imperfections in my
have
skin.
those.
You just have to own what you got.
I do. I have to get to that point. And my brother suffered with the same thing, but he went out a few years ago with his friends and got a really good sunburn on his back. And when the skin peeled, so did the little stains. And he's like, dude, you just need to go out there and just let the sun burn the crap out of your back, and you'll be fine for the rest of your life, because his back looks flawless. And mine is on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being horrible. It's probably like at a 2. But mentally, I still think of myself.
Interesting. Now, what do you think you need to help you get over that little hump?
I don't know. I'm a Virgo, so we're really hard on ourselves.
Yes, you are.
We strive
Yeah,
for
you are.
perfection in every aspect of our lives. So, yeah. And then
Yeah.
on top of that, being in the gay community where everything's about, oh my God,
It's very, like,
looks and
physical,
stuff.
visual,
It's
and-
hardcore, So
Yeah.
as a human, I beat myself up too sometimes. So,
But
we all go through
but
that.
from someone who goes to a lot of like sort of like nudist events and stuff like that, all the people are different shapes and sizes and everything, and they just own what they have. It could be a Twinkie kid or it could be a 60-year-old 300-pound man, and it doesn't really matter. So when I look at you, it's like you have nothing to worry about when it comes to even wearing a tank
It's
top.
all mental. It's just
Yeah.
all mental.
Yeah.
And but no, I'm at a point in my life where I probably can get over it by now. I'm like a good few weeks away from like having a good breakthrough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good.
just out of curiosity, when your friends let you borrow clothes to go to a pool party, do you wear like a big white shirt and then shorts?
I'll wear
or
a
what do
cute
you-
shirt that matches the shorts and a cute,
But not a tank
pair
top.
of sandals and not a tank top. No. And I'll just, tap into that summer spirit. Yeah.
We need to work on him. We need to get him
Yeah.
something really
I
cute
feel
to
like
wear.
you should come back like in a 2 episodes, and you come out with like a little swim shirt,
Have a breakthrough.
and then like have a breakthrough moment here with us, and then the final summer episode, we're gonna get
Yeah.
him in a tank top, and then that would actually be really cool. Like we all do something that we're afraid of. So like mine is my little pooch. I have a little stomach pooch, and even though it's not very big, but I still feel it. Like it's a mental
you a Virgo
thing.
as well?
No, I'm a Capricorn, which is
we get along
almost
so
just
well.
as bad.
Yes, we do.
Almost just,
How
but
weird.
revealing like an insecurity and just have like a major don't panic breakthrough moment. Like don't fucking panic, just break
Exactly.
through.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
Last time I spent the night at my friend's house a few weeks ago, I did wear a tank top to sleep in, and when I saw myself in the mirror, I thought, why haven't I
Yeah,
wore tank tops?
exactly.
They look so cute. Like that's so cute. And it's so hot wearing all this clothes.
It's that
Yes,
girl. You
it
walked in
is.
here and I'm like, you are fully covered. That is
It's
way
so-
too hot
That's
for
his
me.
beach wear.
I'm
I
like,
know.
what? It
Alyssa
really
always
is.
makes fun of me. She's like, you are so like always covered up and layered out, and I'm like, it stems from back then. Yeah.
Well, speaking of being covered up and layered out and everything, tell us about your show. I see on Facebook all the time, you are now like, what is it called? It's not a reporter. It's not an anchor. It's like an entertainment. What is that called?
I guess you could say like correspondent.
A correspondent, like
or-
doing like the gossip stuff. And you are so
Well,
good.
Thank you. You know, and here's the backstory to that. I was doing medical billing with my friend for a while last year. Yeah, it was last year. And I thought to myself, why am I here? This is not for me. It never has been for me. I've always loved doing entertainment. And I told him, I'm going to go home and work on my YouTube show because I had just recently been signed to World of Wonder for a 2-year contract with them. And they do RuPaul's Drag Race and all that. And I said, I'm going to leave this job, work on my show, and I'm going to make it so good that I land a TV gig. And just like that, it manifested, just like I said.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
It was magic. I went home, I worked on my show, and I noticed that it was growing so fast on Facebook. Like it was getting a lot of traction. And one day I wake up to an email. Hey, Chris, we ran into your show. Would you be interested on coming on this national TV?
that's
And you're like, well, let me
badass.
think about it.
And I said, of course, are you kidding me? And I was like, now you got to know I cuss a lot. And if people look me up on the internet, there's a lot of F-bombs and mother Fs and all this, you know, just keeping it 100 with the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
And
good
they
that you
said,
told
"That's
them up
fine."
front. Yeah.
They said, that's fine. And so I went and did a little rehearsal. And then they're like, you got it. And so I did my first gig with them in June of last year.
Can you say who it is?
The guy who called me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like the network that you're
Oh
on.
yeah,
the-
it was the CW. It was their
yeah.
version of like Good Morning America. It was
Yeah.
called Eye Opener, and it aired in a few cities, like 6 cities around the country. And so I get the gig, I go do it, and then they end up emailing me. They're like, "Can we just have you on every week?"
That's
And I said,
awesome.
"Of course you can." And then one week I co-hosted the entire show with them because some of their anchors were out. But you know, ironically. I want to say it was last week, or the week before was my 1-year anniversary doing it, but it was their very last show that week that I went in.
Oh, no.
So the Eye Opener doesn't exist anymore. So that was my last show with them.
Oh, no.
And now they have a new show called Morning Dose. And I don't know where my future's at right now, but I'm very happy to announce that the World of Wonder signed me for another year.
Awesome.
And
Yay.
so the Chris Sapphire show that landed me on that TV gig, that will come out a brand new version of that next week. So
Awesome.
Wow.
I'm going back to the internet. And I love the internet because on the internet, we can be exactly who we want to be.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, the TV show was so much fun. It's live TV, so I really got to learn about television and how it really works in the real world.
Yeah.
And but you can't cuss. And you only,
That's hard.
and you only,
That's the
get,
toughest
you
part.
only get one chance. Once they are like action and you go live on the air, you just got to roll with the punches.
Did you ever mess up?
I messed up like 1 or 2 times, and the Virgo in me, when I left, I was like, "Dang, why did
Yeah.
I mess up reading the
Should've just
teleprompter?"
totally focused
And
on
they're
that.
like, just have fun with it. It's always fun when you mess up. And after that, I was like, "Yeah, screw it." So if I ever stumbled on a word or two, I just went with it, and it became more fun not being so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you know, one of the things that I really admire about you and how far you've gotten is you have never strayed about who you are, because, for example, you are a gay man and you love the flamboyantness of yourself, and you even have makeup on,
I love
and
it.
you
I
you
love
know,
everything
I would
about
think
it.
that a lot of there would be a lot of barriers because you don't want to change who you are, and this is who you are, and the opposite has happened with you. So that says so much about you.
It really is my faith in God. I have this unwavering faith in God that God can make all things possible. And it has manifested from being on the radio for 8 years to the TV show to getting signed to World of Wonder. I remember when I saw on the internet, they're like, "Do you have a show? Would you like to be signed?" And I thought, well, what are the chances of that? Next thing you know, I got signed to them. So it's like,
Yeah.
you see everything manifest when you truly believe in what you're doing. And plus, it's my way of sticking the middle finger up to, society.
The conservatives
Be
and
as
stuff.
gay and oh my
Exactly.
God, the hate mail that I get and everything that I do is so much, but that tells me I'm on the right track.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about my films.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're not pissing anyone
Yeah.
off, I'm doing something
You're
wrong.
doing something
being
wrong.
too
I
safe
agree.
if you're not. Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
Child, and I pissed them off. The week that I co-hosted that show, they were on their Facebook page. They're like, "What the hell? I didn't know I was gonna wake up to watch gay porn." And I mean, some guy wrote me when I came out with my music video, and he was like, "This was so gay, I got AIDS watching it." I mean, that's the
Oh.
stuff that they would write me,
Yeah,
you
but
just
those
gotta
are
laugh
just,
at it.
yeah, you just gotta.
All of
let
that is jealousy
that's
because-
It doesn't hurt my
pure
feelings. I'll be honest with you. It does.
jealousy.
It makes me laugh. And so, I mean, like T.S. Madison said, "You're looking at us. We're not looking at you." So
Exactly.
there you go. Boom, boom,
Exactly.
boom.
Yep. The best response is, "Who are you again?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do you matter?
And why do you?
Where
do
is
you
your
matter?
when is your show on? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I'm already rough enough with myself, so what the world thinks of me, it doesn't matter. So
That's true.
Yeah.
We can never be beaten down more than we beat down ourselves.
Right, and I always tell people, you know, I mean, they crucified Jesus, and that was the most perfect person to walk the world. So what's going to make you immune to that, you know? So we all have to know that comes with the territory. So
Absolutely. So now that show is not going on, what's happening right now with you?
well, my new show, the Chris Sapphire Show, comes back next week, and I'm so excited. You know, it's all green screen, and I have a whole studio, and so
a host studio.
A host studio.
I have a whole studio.
A whole.
Yes. With all the shebang, and it's very cool. It's similar to this, and so it's just fun being on the internet. It is so much fun, and I'm excited to keep talking about pop culture. I love pop culture so much, and just fun stuff on the internet.
Now, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm so excited because you did something that what most people don't do is you said, fuck the day job. This is not where I belong. And you followed your own light. Like you
have
followed.
to.
And I love that you do that, and more people need. You've done that. You're doing it. I feel like I'm doing it. Like I just love seeing people going, this is not me. I'm going to go and I'm going to do this instead.
Well,
like,
you know,
love that.
I don't want to end up on my deathbed and go, damn.
I don't either.
I should have. You know, even, I mean, sometimes the hustle's hard. You know, the money might not be where you want it to be, but it'll all come. God provides all things.
agree.
So.
And then,
I like him.
Yeah.
I like
And
him
even
better
though-
than you.
Oh, that's... I love Israel. There's
but
so
see,
much love.
and the other thing, the side effect to that, the great thing about it is there are probably younger kids, the
Yes.
LGBT youth that are watching you, and they feel, you know what, I kind of wear makeup, but I can't really do much unless
Right.
I change. And then they're going to see you, and they're going to say, he can do it, I can do it.
You know, and I mean, it sounds corny and stuff, and I'm not saying this to be like, ugh, but lately I have run into a lot of people out on the street or the scene. I was at Havana's, and this guy was like, oh my God, he was from Miami. He's like, I watch you all the way from Miami, and he was just so nervous. And I was like, I gave him hugs and all that, and it's just like, I've started meeting more of the people who have somehow bumped into me on the internet, and it's like,
Yeah.
how cool that they find hope, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what God is using me for, to open doors for other people. Because I've been wearing makeup since I was 14 years old.
There you
and
go.
I remember riding the bus with lip gloss and people making fun of me, but I made it through the rain.
Was your
so
lip gloss popping?
It has
Yeah.
to be
Was
it
popping.
cool?
And
It's
it was
gotta
cool.
Be popping.
Guys-
It was lip smackers back in the day.
Oh my God.
Another thing that's cool is, well, not so cool, I guess, is that we have to cut to another break. So when we come back, I am going to presenting my little favorite
Oh,
summer
yeah.
snack.
Oh, finally.
I know. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Don't Panic. So, for each segment, each guest has been bringing their own little favorite summer snack or summer drink, and I have mine. Are y'all ready?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're waiting.
All right. This is mine. You ready?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun,
Hey!
Now,
Yes.
I don't know what these are like actually called.
They call them bolis, right? In Spanish.
Yeah, because this is Fun Pops. That's
I
for the
just
white
call them
folks.
popsicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there's a little trick to this. Okay, so feel free to grab whatever color you like, and then just hand me
Ooh,
one.
How exciting.
And before you open them, I'm gonna show you a little trick too, because there's a little trick to these things.
I have always loved this blue.
I do too, but like it turns your mouth.
It does.
It looks like you rimmed Papa Smurf.
Pretty much.
Mine was Smurfette.
I've always loved the shade of blue of this popsicle, even as a
Thank you.
child. I always thought it was so pretty. So whenever I see a Mustang going down the road and it's this color, I'm like, oh, it's like that popsicle blue.
Dude. All right, so I'm gonna do orange. All right, so this is the little trick to it. Okay, the end of it that you're going to open, if it's filled to the very top, you're just gonna kind of crush it like this to the sides. All right, and then what you do is you get your scissors and you do not cut them across. Do a horseshoe like this. Do you know why?
Why?
Because then when you're doing this and you're pulling it out, it won't cut the sides of your mouth.
Oh,
So make them like this.
Oh, well,
it
look
really
at
would
that.
do that.
It would.
It
It
really
would.
would
And
do
trust me,
that.
because I know.
Wow.
The voice of experience.
Yeah, so do them that way, and then it helps slide in your mouth easier.
Life hack.
I have no experience with that. But.
Oh my God.
This is the most action I've had in a long time. Thanks. I didn't know I was going to be that blessed today. Thank you.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Well, that's
Totally
what you get
have
from
So
this show.
fail.
where did you get these at?
These, I got them at one of the, at Fiesta, I think.
Oh, yay.
Oh, I love that store.
Right.
Do you remember the ones that were like, it had two parts, the top and the bottom, and it would like squeeze in the middle?
No.
Yeah, dude.
What?
From back then, you would twist the top off. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Really
Why do
old
I know?
school. Oh, you know what's good? My babysitter, she would get little like Ziploc bags, fill them up with water, pour lemon Lucas, chile Lucas in there, mix it up with lemon and a little hot sauce, let them freeze, and then you just cut a little corner and suck on it. Oh my God.
Ooh.
It was everything.
That sounds
It made
really
my
good.
mouth water. Like, you know,
I
those,
know. I think I
yes, like those snow cones, the Mexican ones, Diablitos. It was pretty much a Diablito in a little baggie.
We just had some a couple of days ago on 4th of July. My mouth freezing.
You tried one?
know.
They're so good. Oh my God.
Yeah. So slightly changing the subject, but I did put it in our ad on our flyer that we were going to talk about it because I think it came up during the last episode of DVTV in Space. We had talked about summer flings and if they were a good or a bad thing. And then I thought to myself, is it considered cheating if your significant other knows?
No.
Knows and approves.
Just knows. Is it okay?
If they're not happy with it, it's cheating.
I do agree with that. That would be my caveat. Like, if they know, but if they disapprove of it, then yes, it is cheating.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say yeah.
What if they're not crazy about it, but they're like, if that's what you want, that's fine. Just don't leave.
Then that's not cheating. Then
It's not.
I don't think so.
So they're not crazy about it, but they're not like terribly angry about it.
I don't think it's cheating, but I wouldn't do it. Like if
Yeah.
it made them uncomfortable, like I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah.
If you care about them and you know it's going to make them
Right.
unhappy, why would you?
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's that new trend going on called thruples where people are dating in threes now.
That is
It's so-
disgusting.
it's
I
so
could never do
big.
anything like that.
I was
No.
I was talking to my
You know,
friend
I was in
about
one
it.
for 5 years.
Yeah.
You were in a thruple?
For 5 years.
Were you really?
Did it work out well,
Well,
for
for
you?
5 years it did.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we didn't break, and the breakup had nothing to do with jealousy or anything like that. It was just like other stuff.
Mutual.
Yeah, it wasn't like cheating or anything like
I
that.
love that. I think that there's more than one way to do relationships, and I think when it works and it works for you, then fuck yeah, do whatever you know.
It worked really well.
Did one of you like another more, you know, like...
At the very end, that's kind of what happened,
Yeah.
where one of them liked
one of
one of
you
us
two
a little more than
more.
the other. And then it got difficult for me because he liked me more than the other because the other person worked a lot.
Yeah.
And so we got closer. And at that moment, I was like, oh, I need to make a decision because I care about both of them
Yeah.
the same, but he doesn't. What do? I had to choose. And it was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
It was a terrible thing.
You know, Derek Barry's in a throuple. Remember from RuPaul's Drag Race, the guy who does Britney Spears
Yeah.
illusions?
Oh, yeah.
He dates two guys too, and that brought up the topic, and the whole country was talking about it. Like, wow,
It's really not
yeah.
that big a deal. It's
I
just
don't
like
think it's
any
that
other.
big of a deal. Yeah.
It's just
I
three
don't
instead
think.
of two.
Man,
Yeah.
well, you got a lot of begging. I can't even get one. So you were dating two. Poor me.
Now, I do have a quick scenario because I've always wondered this. If your significant other came to you and said, okay, I have to tell you something. I have to confess something. I was about to go and hook up with someone. And I went and they didn't answer the door. I just knocked and knocked and no one answered. So I don't know what happened. They stood me up or whatever. And I came home and I didn't do it.
Why would you tell him? I mean, why would
Because
they
they
tell you?
just felt guilty. Would you forgive them? Is that cheating?
Oh my God, that would ruin everything.
Because they
for
didn't
me.
sleep with the person.
It would still ruin
Fuck that noise.
it. Yeah, that would ruin so much.
No way.
Even
yeah.
though they didn't do it.
Yeah,
I mean, they
no.
didn't.
It wasn't for
It's-
lack
it's
of
the
trying
thought.
that
Yeah,
they didn't do it.
exactly. I agree. I
Okay, so
completely
that's
agree.
kind of the same as cheating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just,
Dude, that would break my heart. I'd be like, get out of my house.
And then
Yeah.
they said,
Yeah.
and then I realized that I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but then my question would be, did they realize it because that person wasn't there? And like, would they still have realized that if the person was there and gone through it and then like, no, that's
Now, is-
too much.
Well,
Yeah,
you
no.
know, sometimes thinking about doing something fucked up is just as fucked up. Like, would Selena have forgiven Yolanda if she found the gun right there? And she's like, what are you going to do, Yolanda? And Yolanda's like, well, girl, I thought of killing you. You know, do you forgive
Yeah.
that person? Oh, I'm sorry. You know, it's okay. You're no,
I
bitch.
agree.
Get the fuck out of my life, Yolanda, you know? So, same with the dude. You're going to cheat on me? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's-
what do you think? Do you feel?
Well, I think to myself, yeah, I would be pissed off, but then I think, but it didn't happen. So how extreme would the punishment be? Is what I wonder. Would I end a relationship for that? Or would I think, well, they're telling me so they feel guilty enough, but would they do it again?
Exactly. It's the would they do it. If they
Yeah.
thought about it once, are they going to think about it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they even thinking about it in the first place? Something's not working out, you see?
Hello.
That's
There's
also
something
kind of
wrong.
how
Yeah.
I feel about it.
There's
like
something-
that's
yeah.
that's how I unless that's your agreement, then there's something that's not happening that is making them go out. If that's your agreement, then whatever. But yeah. I
Well,
feel the
guys,
same
we
way.
have to cut to our last break because we could continue this conversation even longer because I was about to say more and I was like, wait, no, we have to cut to break. We are going to cut to commercial. We're going to come back, close out the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
That went by so freaking fast.
No kidding.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We have 2 minutes to close out the show. I'm going to take this opportunity to pass it on to our guests if there's anything you would like to plug, anything you're working on, how people can find you.
I never miss a chance to plug. I'm going to be in the Echo Theater's production of Trace of Arc, which is part of the Festival of Independent Theaters at the Bathhouse, which opens next weekend.
I've
and
been there
runs-
before. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the wrong bathhouse. Never mind.
Different bathhouse, yeah, but close. And we run for 3 weekends, so it's a wonderful chance to see all kinds of small theaters that don't have their own house come together and do small plays.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm Brandy Marsky, and you can find me in the Dallas Voice, writing for the Dallas Voice online, brandymarsky.com. And my new podcast that is going to be releasing a trailer tomorrow can be found at defypodcast.com.
Oh, cool. So you write for The Voice. I like that. Yeah. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I'm Chris Sapphire. Please follow me on youtube.com/Chris Sapphire. My new web show comes out next week. I'm so excited to talk about pop culture again my way. And so tune into that. It's going to be a good time.
My mouth is frozen. Feel free to email us at spacestudios@gmail.com, SPAYSE, if you would like your own show, or if you would just like to come over for a tour. We are located at 1499 Regal Row, Suite 505. And I just want to say thank you to all of my guests for coming on the show.
Thank you,
Fun.
Boo.
You're
much
always
fun.
fabulous.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
And as we cut to the credits rolling, we are all going to show I forgot to show our swimsuit and stuff like
Oh.
that. So anyway, we can just stand up as the credits roll. Have a great weekend. It's Friday. We'll see you
Turn
next
up.
week.
Turn
Bye.
up.